the engine for Seattle today. That is a major improvement from Indiana's defense.
The first 3 minutes.
Caitlin Clark, the WNBA's hottest rookie, is walking a tightrope. She's just 2 technicals away from a 1-game suspension. But here's the kicker. Her latest tech, it wasn't for trash talk or fighting, it was for hitting a padded basket. Is the league being too harsh, or is Clark's fiery spirit becoming a liability? Clark's passion is undeniable, but it comes with a price tag. You might think technical fouls are just part of the game, but in the WNBA, they're a ticking time bomb. How close is Clark to crossing a line that could bench her for an entire game? Let's break it down. The WNBA's technical foul system is no joke. It's a carefully crafted escalator of consequences designed to keep players in check. For rookies like Clark, it's a harsh lesson in professional conduct. But here's the kicker. Clark's already racked up 5 technicals in her debut season. That's just 2 away from a 1-game suspension. You're probably wondering, what's the big deal? Players get heated all the time. True, but in the WNBA, every outburst comes with a price tag. The first 3 technicals, that'll be $200 each. Thank you very much. Technicals 4 through 6. The price doubles to $400. And if you're really feeling rebellious and hit number 7, hope you've got $800 burning a hole in your pocket. But it's not just about the money, it's about the game itself. Clark's 5th technical, it wasn't for trash talking or shoving an opponent. Nope, it was for something much more personal. Picture this. Clark, frustrated after missing a shot, takes it out on the padding below the basket. Seems harmless, right? Wrong. The refs saw it differently, calling it disrespectful to the game of basketball. Clark's response? Pure frustration. In her own words, I got a technical for basically being mad at myself. Had nothing to do with my team, had nothing to do with their reffing, had nothing to do with the other team. It's a classic case of passion versus professionalism, and Clark's walking that tightrope without a net. But here's the thing, Clark's not alone in this struggle. Look at veterans like Diana Taurasi and Natasha Cloud. They've both got 6 technicals to their names. It's a testament to the fine line between competitive fire and crossing the line in professional sports.
Can I describe what you're thinking and going through there? Thanks.
Well, I got a technical for basically being mad at myself because I missed the 3 and then I went and hit the backboard. And he told me it was disrespectful to the game of basketball. So just because I'm a competitor and I felt like I should have been making more shots. So, but I think he fired me up to continue to play a lot harder. I thought we got a lot better after he did that. So I want to thank him. I think I could have done a better job of kind of regaining my cool, but that's like the fire and passion that just gets me going. It's just finding a way to channel that and use that. And I thought I did a really good job of that at the end of the 3rd and the 4th quarter.
What does this mean for Clark and her team? Her next outburst could be catastrophic. We're talking about potentially benching one of the most exciting rookies in the league. It's not just about missing 1 game. It's about momentum, team morale, and the message it sends to fans and opponents alike. Clark's competitive fire is what makes her great. It's the reason she's making waves in the WNBA. But that same fire could burn her team if she's not careful. Every game from here on out is a balancing act. Can she channel that passion into her play without letting it spill over into technical territory? Hold up though, Clark's not just battling the rulebook, she's facing an entirely new beast, the leap from college to pro. It's like going from checkers to 3D chess. How's the WNBA exposing chinks in Clark's armor that no one saw coming? Remember when Caitlin Clark was the talk of the town, breaking records left and right in college? Well, the WNBA's throwing her a curveball that's got everyone talking. Clark's transition from college superstar to WNBA rookie isn't going quite as smoothly as some might have expected. Let's break it down. Clark's leading the league in something, alright, but it's not what you'd think. With a whopping 70 turnovers, she's topping a chart no player wants to be on. That's an average of 5.4 turnovers per game. Ouch! And her shooting? It's sitting at a less than stellar 37.3%. You might be wondering, what's causing this college phenom to struggle? Is her aggressive playing style backfiring in the big leagues? It's like watching a Ferrari trying to navigate a mountain trail. All that power, but the terrain's a whole different game. The WNBA's not pulling any punches. The physicality of the pro game is hitting Clark like a freight train. She's facing hard fouls and defensive strategies that make her college days look like a walk in the park. Clark herself admitted, I think at this point, I know I'm going to take a couple of hard shots a game, and that's what it is. It's one thing to know it's coming, but it's another to keep your cool when you're constantly getting knocked around. And let's talk about that spotlight. It's not just the players giving Clark a hard time. The refs and the media are watching her every move. Remember that press conference with sports columnist Greg Doyle? Talk about awkward. Doyle got suspended for making inappropriate comments to Clark, showing just how intense the scrutiny on her really is. But here's the kicker. Clark's journey isn't just about stats or technicals. It's a classic case of a prodigy facing real-world challenges. We've seen it before in other sports, but Clark's story is unfolding right before our eyes. How she responds to these hurdles could make or break her career. Think about it, Clark's not just playing against other teams. She's battling expectations, physical challenges, and the pressure of being the next big thing. Every turnover, every missed shot, every hard foul, it's all part of a bigger story. Can she adapt her game to the WNBA's style? Will she find a way to channel that college magic into pro success? What if I told you Clark's temper tantrums could actually be good for the WNBA? You heard that right. Her rookie roller coaster might be the secret sauce the league's been waiting for. How could one player's ups and downs change the game for an entire league? Let's talk numbers. The 2024 WNBA season is hitting record highs, with viewership and attendance soaring to levels not seen in 26 years. And guess who's at the center of it all? Yep, Caitlin Clark. Her debut game drew the biggest audience in 2 decades. That's not just a win for Clark, it's a slam dunk for women's basketball. But here's where things get interesting. Clark's making waves off the court too, and not always in the way you'd expect. The USA Basketball Olympic roster just dropped, and Clark's name is nowhere to be found. It's got fans and critics alike scratching their heads. Some say it's a missed opportunity, not just for Clark, but for the growth of women's basketball as a whole. Think about it. Clark's not just a player, she's a phenomenon. CNN sports analyst Christine Brennan put it this way: she's the biggest thing in sports, not just women's basketball in the United States. That's some serious star power. Leaving her off Team USA, it's like benching LeBron in his prime. But it's not just about star power. Clark's got something else up her sleeve. Drama. And we're not talking about the Hollywood kind. Her competitive fire, the technical fouls, the on-court battles, it's all part of the Clark package. And guess what? Fans are eating it up. You might be wondering, and isn't all this drama bad for the league? Not so fast. Clark's struggles aren't just personal. They're relatable. Every missed shot, every hard foul, every frustrated outburst, it's all part of a story that's got people tuning in week after week. Think of it like this. Clark's not just playing basketball. She's writing a script. It's got ups, downs, twists, and turns. And just like any good story, it's got people hooked. They want to know what happens next. Will she overcome her struggles? Will she prove the doubters wrong? It's like a real-life sports movie playing out in real time. But here's the kicker. It's not just about Clark. Her story is shining a spotlight on the entire WNBA. More eyes on Clark means more eyes on her teammates, her opponents, and the league as a whole. It's like she's opened the door, and now everyone's rushing in to see what all the fuss is about. And let's not forget about the next generation. Young girls watching Clark aren't just seeing a basketball player, they're seeing a possibility. They're seeing someone who's not afraid to show emotion, to fight for what she wants, to be unapologetically competitive. That's powerful stuff.